Hiya, today's classic football programme review is the 1985 FA Cup final. Everton versus Manchester United, played at Wembley Stadium. Saturday 18th of May 1985, kick-off 3 p.m. Official souvenir programme was only £1. Classic front page, red and blue. United and Everton. Okay, we start off with an advert for Vauxhall Opel. Successful cars aren't the only things we build. Vauxhall Opel, better by design. Timetable and programme of events with the Duke of Kent starting at 1 p.m, mass bands of the Royal Marines, the Wonder Wings display team, pitch inspection and walkabout by the final teams, the FA ESFA Super Skills Singles competition, singing of the traditional cup final hymn Abide With Me, there's the words. Then we have the national anthem and presentation of the teams to the Duke of Kent, 3 p.m. kick-off, 3:45 half-time. Marching displayed by the mass bands of the Royal Marines. 4:40, optimistically, the end of the match. Presentation of the FA Cup and medals by the Duke of Kent. Extra time, if scores are level, after 90 minutes, an extra half hour will be played. Okay, advert for MGN newspapers, the Mirror Group newspapers. Bursting with talent. FA Millichip, which is, I think was Bert Millichip, and EA Croker, Ted Croker from the FA. The Astra Draw. This superb Vauxhall Astra GTE could be yours. Check the number on the inside cover of the programme, printed in the bottom right hand corner of the Vauxhall Opel advertisement. If it's a lucky number which will be drawn on the afternoon of the cup final, you will have won the Vauxhall Astra. That'll be worth a bit. I better check my number, see if it's been claimed. Okay, advert here, go for goal and you could win £900,000. The biggest ever top dividend from Littlewoods. A lot of money in 85, a lot of money in 2026. Match of the season. The Romantics might well be disappointed that one of football's underdogs has not reached this afternoon's final, but in terms of sheer quality, an Everton versus Manchester United confrontation ranks second to none. It's not often the two best sides in the First Division face each other across Wembley's green and luscious carpet, and when the FA Cup is the coveted prize, then this just has to be match of the season. Photos there, Graham Hogg and Paul McGrath foil Liverpool's Paul Walsh in the semi-final at Goodison. Photograph here, Derek Mountfield celebrates after his winning goal in the semi-final. Okay, here's a bit about Everton now. Power in the engine room. Photograph there, just a year ago. Neville Southall and goal scorer Graham Sharp parade the FA Cup. More photographs here. Next to the Charity Shield, as Merseyside rivals Liverpool are beaten in an epic Wembley battle. Still on target for European glory, as Paul Bracewell leaps for the ball above Lothar Matthäus of Bayern Munich in the Cup Winners' Cup semi-final. Great Everton side. Your route home from Wembley. Useful maps there when you're leaving the stadium. The Everton record. Chairman Philip Carter. Manager the legendary Howard Kendall. Lots of stats about Everton. Of course, they're playing at Goodison Park, Liverpool L4 4EL. Telephone number as well. Okay, here's the team, the Everton squad. Some legendary players here. Neville Southall, Gary Stevens, Peter Reid, Trevor Stephen, Pat Vandenhouw, Kevin Ratcliffe, Derek Mountfield, Graham Sharp, Andy Gray and Paul Bracewell. Kevin Sheedy, Alan Harper, John Bailey, Kevin Richardson, Ian Atkins and Jim Arnold. With a full page advert for Danish Cup Meats, the class of 85. Jacker Foods Group, Alexander Road, New Brighton, Wallasey, Merseyside. There you go. Good if you like your luncheon meats and things like that. Right, Sharp sets up the run. Here's how Everton got to Wembley in 85. Third round, Leeds United 0, Everton 2. Fourth round, Everton 2, Doncaster Rovers 0. Fifth round, Everton 3, Telford United 0. Telford United were quite a good giant killing side back in those days. Sixth round, Everton 2, Ipswich Town 2. The replay finished Everton 0, Ipswich 1. Semi-final at Goodison Park, Everton 2, Luton Town 1. If you're enjoying this review, by the way, like, share, subscribe to Hayden's Mini Adventures. I really appreciate if you could do that. An advert for Vernon's Pools. Join the super winners. I'm Vernon's. 5 goes, a penny treble chance. Blue Star. Peter Reid. Few midfield players combine skill and aggression quite as effectively as Peter Reid. Capped 6 times by England under-21 side during his Bolton Wanderers days, now emerging as a candidate for senior international honours. The Liverpool-born star admits to have been pleasantly surprised at the rapid progress he's made since arriving at Goodison in a cut price £60,000 deal in December 1982. A great player. Semi-final action. Everton 2, Luton Town 1 after extra time. Saturday 13th of April 1985, Villa Park. Pressure on the Luton goal from Derek Mountfield, but the ball ends in the safe hands of Les Seeley. The late great Les Seeley. Just 4 minutes from time, and Kevin Sheedy's free kick beats the Luton wall, should I say, to make it 1-1. Extra time belongs to Everton as Derek Mountfield soars to head the winner. Look at that for an advert. Astra, Car of the Year 1985. Vauxhall Astra, remember, we got here first. So if any football fans are fans of classic 80s cars, look at that for an advert. Look at that. Whoa. Classic. Worth a bob or two, that one. 40 years on. So the 1985 FA Cup final completes 40 years of post-war finals and presents us with an opportunity to look back on and attempt to revive just some of the many heroic deeds, heartbreaks, disappointments and golden memories of those 39 years. There's info there and a picture. John Hollins and Marvin Hinton of Chelsea vie for the ball with Alan Gilzean of Tottenham in the first All-London clash in 1967. Great colour photo. On this side, the first post-war final, as Derby's Vic Woodley saves from Charlton's inside left, Don Welsh. And then Hua Jackie Milburn scores for Newcastle against Manchester City after just 45 seconds in 1955. Classic finals. So, who won the Cup in 1885? So here's the list of everyone who's won it from the beginning here. Winning team, 1871-72, Wanderers, beating the Royal Engineers 1-0. Right up to 83-84, Everton beating Watford 2-0. And the various grounds it was held at, Kennington Oval, up to Wembley. Okay, the Young Masters. Bobby Robson's signature there. It's most apt on FA Cup final day. Wembley Stadium should be the host of the final of the Super Skills Singles competition, a competition that is organised in conjunction with the English Schools Football Association and Coca-Cola. So that was on that day. There's the advert for it. There's the finalists. For today's final, they came from the semi-final, which took place at Goodison Park last month. I wonder what happened to them all. Okay, so we open out onto the middle page, which is quite thick pages, so I think this is going to open into something. There's the Everton side, the Everton 11. Southall, Stevens, Vandenhouw, Ratcliffe, Mountfield, Reid, Stephen, Sharp, Gray, Bracewell and Sheedy. Substitute Alan Harper, manager Howard Kendall. There you go. Details, extra time, ball boys. Suffolk County FA have kindly provided the ball boys for today's FA Cup final. Replay if necessary. It'll take place at the stadium on Thursday 23rd of May. Kick-off 7:30. Spoiler alert, didn't need a replay. Replay tickets, didn't need them. Okay, there was the referee today, Mr. Peter Willis. Police officer, married to 2 children, commenced refereeing in local county drawn leagues in 1963 and progressed via Northern League. Interested in golf and swimming, elected president of the Referees Association in 1984. He refereed the first Milk Cup final, Liverpool versus Tottenham at Wembley in 82. Linesman, TJ Holbrook, Staffordshire, and D. Keane, Berkshire and Buckinghamshire. Reserve lineman was J.R. Harris of Suffolk. Here's the Man United team. Bailey, Gibman, Albiston, Whiteside, McGrath, Hogg, Robson, Strachan, Hughes, Stapleton and Olsen. Sub was Mike Duxbury and the manager was Big Ron Atkinson. So let's see what it opens up into. Ooh, look at that. There's the Man United team. There's the Everton team. Look at that. Great photo there. Front of the Gladys Street end. The Charity Shield and the FA Cup. And there's the United squad at Old Trafford. Big Ron looking pretty sharp. Okay, let's continue. On to the Man United section, I would think. Oh no, it's a bit more about facts and figures. Advert there, which you wouldn't see these days. Think Black, John Player Special, king size. Wembley's 57 varieties. Facts and figures, well, 57 facts and figures, starting off if this is the 104th FA Cup final and the 57th to be held at Wembley. 40 different teams have won the Cup, and Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur have taken it 7 times. Last stat is the League Championship and FA Cup double has been achieved by 4 clubs. Can you name them? Okay, I'll tell you. Preston North End, Aston Villa, Tottenham and Arsenal. Okay, making things happen. This is all about Man United. Picture there, Liverpool's Ronnie Whelan fails to intercept, and a spectacular shot from Brian Robson puts United level in the replayed semi-final at Main Road. Picture up there, the great late Gordon McQueen sets his sights on goal in the 1983 FA Cup final against Brighton, but his header is cleared off the line by Michael Robinson. The late Michael Robinson as well. A crushing victory in the replay as United go on to win by a 4-0 margin. A Wembley record for the FA Cup final. That's the second as Gordon McQueen number 6 and Frank Stapleton number 9 see Brian Robson's shot go far to the right of Brighton keeper Graham Mosley. My Greatest Final by Frank Taylor, sports columnist, Daily Mirror. Blackpool go 1-0 up in the 1948 Cup final as Eddie Shinwell thunders the ball past United goalkeeper Jack Crompton. So the United record, chairman was Martin Edwards, manager Ron Atkinson, of course playing at Old Trafford, Manchester M16 0RA, telephone number. The old ground capacity then was 58,504. A few Premier League titles added to that now. Right, here's the United squad. Gary Bailey, John Gidman, Graham Hogg, Brian Robson, Arthur Albiston, Norman Whiteside, who had quite an influential role in this final. Paul McGrath, Gordon Strachan, Mark Hughes, Frank Stapleton. Great players, great kit. Jasper Olsen, Mike Duxbury, Kevin Moran, who went down in history after this game, or should I say the record books. Arnold Moran, Alan Brazil, and Steve Pearce. Good luck, lads. From Sharp, sponsors of Manchester United. Thorpe Road, Newton Heath, Manchester. M10 9BE. Okay, attention all programme collectors. There's various programmes you can get at the time. I wonder if they're still available. And there's the Manchester Programme Shop, 784 Wilmslow Road, Didsbury, Manchester. The Red Star by international boss Bobby. We're talking the legendary Captain Marvel, Brian Robson. What a great top that was. Need to bring that one back, United. Hughes breaks through. This is United's journey to Wembley in 85. Third round, Manchester United 3, Bournemouth 0. A year after an embarrassing cup exit against third division Bournemouth, United faced same opponents at the same first hurdle, but this time the venue was Old Trafford, and for the moment Strachan shot his first goal in the competition after 22 minutes. That defeat was always going to be avenged. Fourth round, Man United 2, Coventry 1. Fifth round, Blackburn Rovers 0, Manchester United 2. Sixth round, Manchester United 4, West Ham United 2. Semi-final at Goodison Park, Manchester United 2, Liverpool 2. Then 1-1 after it went on to end after 90 minutes. It was 1-1 at 90 minutes. The replay was at Main Road. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 1. It's a great battle of the teams then. Semi-final action. A leap into success as Paul McGrath outjumps Bruce Grobbelaar, but the ball goes wide. Over here, Brian Robson times his run to perfection and Manchester United go 1-up in the first match. United are on the way to Wembley as Mark Hughes shapes to hit the match-winning goal. High drama in the Liverpool defence as Brian Robson leaps for the ball. There he is. Okay, great programme this one. Getting through it though. Battle of the Box, here's the commentators. The first cup final John Shrewsbury saw was the Manchester United Blackpool Classic in 1948. As a little lad, he watched it, spellbound on a tiny screen, pictures in black and white, of course, in a grocery shop in Camberwell. Today, Shrews, 17 years of BBC man, and 15 of them on Match of the Day, produces the first FA Cup final. And the pictures he selects from the bank of monitors in his cable cocoon scanner behind Wembley's South Stand will have a multi-million audience around the world. John Motson there, late John Motson, BBC commentator, pictured at the Villa Park for the FA Cup semi-final. Soccer with a smile. There's ITV senior soccer commentator, again the late Brian Moore, pictured in the television gantry at Wembley. Moore's perfect final. Okay, we've got some more adverts here. The official Football Association commemorative medal, 1985. It's available in a presentation box at $7.99. Semi-proof in slipcase at $3.95. Commemorative covers. And then here with the official 1986 football club calendars, Everton and Manchester United. They're available from the 1st of September 1985. $2.99 inclusive of post and packaging and VAT. Add £2 for overseas orders, please. Unlucky for some. It's often said that to win the league championship you need a high level of consistency, but to win the FA Cup you need a large slice of luck. Although statistics can be made to prove anything, there is certainly more than a hint of bias from Lady Luck in favour of the stadium's south dressing room. Since 1946, no less than 28 winners from 39 games played have emerged from the south dressing room, even though the venue is down to the simple matter of alphabetical order, with the club having the earlier letter in its name going into the north dressing room. Well, who'd have thought that? Now, round by round, plethora of scores here. Look at all them. If you want to pause it, zoom in on them, you're most welcome. Loads of reading there. All those stats from the days before the internet. How they got to the final. Again, pause and have a good look at that. My greatest final, David Lacey, football correspondent at The Guardian. Regarded by many as the greatest cup final goal of all time, Ricky Villa scores for Spurs in the 1981 replay. Okay, we finish here with the Red Devils souvenir shop. There's only one United, various things, 1985 commemorative medal, and then your ticket application form for the FA Charity Shield, sponsored by General Motors. Saturday the 10th of August 1985, kick-off 3 p.m. Seats £12.50, £10, £8 and standing £5. Well, times change. There you go, AC Delco. All one day your car will get even. Look at that, it's a Vauxhall, it's a Ford Escort. Stuck in the sea. Oh dear. And then we finish this great programme with another advert you won't see these days for Benson Hedges special filter. So I hope you've enjoyed this programme. Great programme from a great final, two great teams, Everton and Manchester United. If you've enjoyed watching this programme review, please like, share and subscribe to Hayden's Mini Adventures. I'd really appreciate it, and it gives me the incentive to keep on making these classic football programmes in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.